and say hello when you're on.
That's your cue to jump on.
Said when you're on. He didn't say jump on.
Okay, jump on.
Okay.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, Diane. Hi, Louise. Beverly. Welcome. Hopefully everybody is doing well where you're at. Really cold here. Hello, Amber.
Really cold here.
Hi, Tom. Yeah, it's got to be cold up there. I don't know how much snow you got up there, but, you know, you just got to do a lot of sewing on your sit-down. Hopefully your Juki's doing well for you. We got a nice treat for you tonight. Hi, Patsy. How are you? Hi, Kitty. Sharon. Hi, Jane.
What are we on? Week 12?
So, definitely are going to be working on block 12. What block number?
2D.
2D.
We went out of order.
So, anybody who's got a bingo, shout out. Hi, Carol. Hi, Beverly. Hi, Luann. Hi, Mary. Welcome. Yeah, no, it's cold. I like living in the Arctic Circle here or something. Hi, Sherry.
All this is blowing up into the East Coast soon,
Yeah,
too.
it sounds like it's going to be all over the place. So, cold in Texas, I think. Anybody on from Texas, let us know what the weather's like down there. Well, who are we, Joan?
We are Quilters HQ, Windmill Sewing Center, and Sewing Machines Express. The websites are quiltershq.com, windmillsewingcenter.com, and QHQ and the number 2.com for Sewing Machines Express. We do this every Tuesday from 6 to 7. We are on week 12 of a sew along that we're doing. This is a really super easy quilt to do. You can use your own fabrics, or we also have kits available for you.
Carol? Carrie?
I lost my train of thought.
Hi, Miranda.
It happens. Kits, or you can use your own fabric. So the pattern is free. It's only available on the Quilters HQ website. So Chloe usually posts a link to the website where you can go and download it.
I think Chloe has a button at the top for us now. So
There
you can just
is.
go to the top of the site, hit the button, and I think you can put all the patterns for the blocks in one cart.
You
and just
can.
download them now. But,
You can.
once you get the email.
Once you get the email. You do have to use a real email address. So you have to put that in because the link is emailed to you to download your patterns.
Judy, we miss you. Hey, Debbie.
Hi, Judy. Hope you're feeling better.
Hi, Judy.
So classes we have coming up, we have quite a few. We have quite a few virtual events. We just had an OESD virtual event. Thank you to everyone that participated in that. Hope you had, it seemed like it was a really good event. Everybody was commenting on how much fun they had, and can't wait till the next one. I think we have another one scheduled, don't we?
What's coming up, Chloe? There's one in a week or something. Is that the lace one? Or there's a lace one coming up.
Check the websites. They would be on all 3 websites
Yeah.
to register for that.
Rotary Foundation.
Rotary Foundations
Yeah,
with
so
Embellish.
RK event, if you're interested in learning about some of their products as well.
That's a free one, right?
Yeah, they all are.
There's a couple Aki coming up, so definitely check it out.
Keep an eye on the website for classes. We're trying to send out more information. Hi, Vicky. Hi, Jennifer. I know it's treacherous over there in Jennifer's area. There's an ice skating rink out there.
Where was
yesterday.
that? Oh, yesterday. You were driving through that area.
For Connor, yeah.
Another Juki owner.
Yes.
Shall we get started?
I think so. Is everybody ready for some sewing?
No AccuQuilt cutting with this one tonight. Well, I suppose you could.
Atlanta.
So the pattern is out there. We're sewing block 2D. Today we're sewing 2D.
Ta-da.
Ta-da! God, it's just the littlest things tickle
Well,
me.
do you want to? What kind of machine are you
So-
sewing on here tonight?
I really love this machine.
So we have a treat for you. We haven't actually shown this machine yet.
Yep. This little beauty
We've talked about it a little bit.
is the 2020 Platinum Edition. It's so pretty. It's retro.
That's a very sleek body.
It does. There's something that's like 50-ish, 50s kind of retro.
mid-50s, yeah.
And so I can introduce you now.
Yeah. So
If
who
you
do we have? We
Can I
have
just jump into it?
That's
Yes,
right.
jump in.
We have a special guest tonight, and it's Joe Kuhel, who's the national sales manager from Juki.
Well, hello, everybody. Nice to be here. I appreciate Joan and Robert and everybody let me in since 9:30 this morning. They've been putting up with me, so I appreciate that, and I apologize to them also. So,
Not
But-
even.
I'm going to take it. You give me a minute. I'm taking an hour here.
Okay.
This is a limited edition machine. We've only made 2,000 for sale in the U.S. market. We're running low, but I can't tell you how many is left in the dealer's inventory. I think you have a very small amount
I
here.
think we're down to 3 now.
Okay.
We have 3 of
Yeah.
these.
But it is the TL 2020 Platinum Edition. It comes with, we've included, and I really couldn't tell you how many feet, but there's about $350 worth of feet. Probably every foot you could think of for quilting, from a ruler foot to free motion to your 1/4-inch foot. Walking foot is just
It has the upgraded walking
it
foot.
has the upgraded walking foot with the quilt guide
Yep.
included
Nice.
with that. Okay.
Yeah.
And the large extension table also comes with this.
Included.
Included with this. And it is a limited edition, and every machine will come with, once you register the machine, you will get a certificate of authenticity signed by Mr. Nita, president of Juki America.
Nice.
He'll send it to you. It's been a great machine. It is a high-speed machine. It's 1,500 stitches a minute. It's very fast. Not just for piecing and your free motion, but if you're into bags and totes, things like that. Great machine. I'm going to shut up for now, because I'm going to be talking more later, folks. All yours, Joan.
Okay. The thing
Everyone said, welcome, Joe.
Thank you.
Welcome to the show.
I like straight stitch machines because they make a beautiful straight stitch.
Hello, Instagram viewers.
Okay, so let's start with our pattern. So this is a really simple pattern. I think this is an Ohio star. I'm going to show you a different way to make 1/4 square triangles. I've showed it to you before, but you may not have seen it, so we're going to do it again. You need 4 patches of the ebony and 1 patch of the limelight, 3.5 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut a strip, and then
If you're just joining us, this is the block of the week.
block of the
So
week.
long.
There are kits. We have a list of people that have the kits. And I have a 3.5 inch ruler here too. So
Hi, Linda.
I am just
Hi,
going to
Karen.
use this.
Hi, Mrs. Cranford. Hi, Cameron. Carmen. Sorry. Hi, Lisa. A lot of
So-
people loving their 2010s as well. So, great
I
machine.
love the color.
It's a
Um,
great choice.
it's nostalgic for me.
2020 needs to be nostalgic.
I think of Cadillac when I.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. So you need 1 3.5 inch square of the limelight. I am going to pull this off. And then I
I
need
think you should tell our viewers early what our giveaway is.
this is our giveaway.
Hello.
The
Get a
3.5
kosher
inch
select
square.
ruler tonight.
So all you have to do to be entered to get the giveaway is to say something. Say hello
Hi, Julie.
and just comment. That's how we know you're out there.
So, are we able to give the price on that one?
Yes.
Okay.
This one is 15, 14.
Today,
Today,
Today.
14 is
Four-
$15.99. I'm
Oh.
going to approve it tonight.
All right, Joe's
So
giving us
$14.99.
$14.99 for viewers tonight. Hi, Lou. Hi, Ginger.
one night only.
Hi, Charlotte.
$14.99.
So we got some questions on it.
'Kay.
What's the weight? I don't know that off the top of my head.
Machine only, approximately 22 pounds.
Okay.
It's not bad.
And the throat space? The viewer asked about
9
throat
inches
space.
wide. The height is almost 7 inches deep, so enough to roll your quilt and still be able to manage it without it being smashed down.
Other questions out there? Hi, Patsy. A little more volume. Okay. Hi, Nina.
We're trying out a new microphone tonight.
Yeah.
So the way that you make these quarter square triangles, and if you look at the pattern, there's 4 of them on here. So the rotary instructions are here, and you could cut these out and sew them that way, but I'm going to make it a little bit easier for you. So I'm just going to cut 2 5-inch squares of each color,
Hi, Jackie. Hi, Margaret.
and then we're going to end up with 4 squares that are 1/4-inch triangles.
Hi, Karen.
And to do that, we need 2. I'm going to cut it over a little bit and trim it back. 2 5-inch squares.
Rated walking foot. I'm not sure I understand that question on the walking foot.
So the TL 2010 comes with this, it's the same walking foot, but you don't get the guide for if you were quilting and say you were doing cross hatching and you wanted to have even rows. This one comes with the guide.
Is it possible to get the upgraded walking foot? I think was a question.
It is, and I don't know the price of that off the top of my head, but if you message us, we will get
Rosie.
that for you. Okay, so I'm going to use this tool. This is a Creative Grids. It's a 1/4-inch guide, and
Hi,
you
Debbie.
use it,
Hi, Karen.
so you just draw your line
Hi, Susan. Hi, Darla.
across this block.
Hi, Carrie.
Oh, there it is. Buried or lost my pencil.
There was quite a few questions up there. We'll get back to those and try to get you answers on all those. If we missed a question, sorry, sometimes the comments go by really quick, so.
So I guess one comment should be, how do I get one?
Call and order it.
Yep. Or you can comment, make it mine.
Oh, Donna, we won't let you down. You're minus 25 degrees up there. The doohickey's right there to the right of the machine right there.
Okay.
Most popular tool.
Most popular tool. Second most popular tool. These are $2.99. There's a larger one for layer cakes, and that one's $3.99. So what I've done is I've drawn 2 lines on my block with just a pencil, just a regular lead pencil, and then we're going to sew down each of those lines, and then we're going to cut this block in half. Let me get my foot pedal positioned. Okay. Spin it around.
Well, we now only have one, so.
One left?
Yep.
Okay. Well, congratulations if you got a new machine tonight.
$14.99 tonight for viewers. Nina. Remember, we do a free giveaway every night, and the way to register is you need to comment
Yep.
in one of the platforms that you're watching on.
Make a comment. Let us know you're there. Say hello. We do really enjoy it when you like and share too.
Smash up the like button. I just
Smash
love
that like button. Oh, it was a joke that I saw on
There's always these
Netflix series.
YouTubers, yeah.
And so then you're going to
like
cut these in half. And then I'm going to jump over to the iron really quick. Normally I would use the doohickey, to straighten out these seams to press it, but I want a little bit flatter seam for this. So I'm going to come over here to the Lord Star arm.
Mary and Mary. Several Marys joined. Welcome.
Press towards the dark side. Star Wars fans.
She's getting her inner nerd out there.
I am such a nerd. I do like to stack these up because it just makes it a little, I don't know, a little extra press as I'm doing these.
How's this sound doing? Good. All right. Testing our microphone. Test, test, test. Check, check, check.
What's the inner nerd?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
That's why you love me.
I do. So there's those. They're kind of hot right now. So then you're going to rotate these. And so we're going to do the same thing again.
Hi, Francis.
And then once we cut these in half, there's our quarter square triangles. So again, I'm going to use my tool and I'm going to draw lines, and you actually can see charcoal on black.
So we got some other questions that popped up. Dana, that pattern name is we're on block 2D, the block of the week. So this is a whole quilt, and I think you called it,
Amish Sampler. This is a quilt that I designed very early on when I started sewing. So you can tell because the blocks are really simple.
Hey, Jerry.
But it does make a really pretty quilt. I don't think
Hi,
we'll have
Debbie.
time tonight to show you the quilt, but if you go to the website, the actual quilt pattern is on the website. We are only releasing the blocks one at a time. So each week you get a new block. So if you are making this with other than the solid fabrics that we're doing, please send us pictures because I would love to see it. I love it when quilters take a pattern and make it their own. I think it's the coolest thing ever.
And if some of them want to start from week 1,
Yeah. I mean, you can see how long these blocks take. They are super fast.
So, I mean, do we still have kits available then?
We do.
Still wanting to sign up? Let us know. And Carrie can get you blocks shipped out. We'll get you signed up. 42 weeks, right?
42 blocks.
2 blocks.
There's that one. Let's do this one.
Gail and Phil asked, is it really that quiet when you sew?
It is. And I'm pretty much flooring it too. I do like to sew fast.
It is a little quieter because of our microphone settings, but it is very quiet.
Okay.
Jackie?
And then again, we're just going to cut this in half diagonally.
I think this must be one of the fastest ones you've done.
I think so. Well, this makes it really fast because look, I have all 4. I am going to use the doohickey here.
The multi-finger pressure tool?
Yep. So close.
As Chloe says.
So if you look at the reason I like this method is those seams just line up so perfectly and it makes you look like you're this really expert sewer, but it's just a shortcut. And shortcuts are good.
Hello to everyone on Instagram.
So now I'm going to take my 3.5-inch ruler, center it on that little seam right there. I'm going to push down kind of hard because the seam is kind of not flat because I want to get these corners just right. I'm probably cutting on the worst spot on the mat.
Oh, the 36-inch.
36-inch. The 1 yard
Digits
line
now.
on our mat is well worn.
Oh no, it's time for another one.
It is.
We got a lot of fabric on this.
We do. Turn it around. Square up the
Hi,
other
Jane.
side.
Somebody want want to see the front of the machine.
The front of the machine. Okay.
We'll do that once we'll show you, James, once we get the block sewn out here.
And there is your quarter square triangles. Normally I wouldn't do it, but I think on this one I'm actually going to press this seam open because I'm getting a little bit of bulk and I want to be able to rotate this.
Everybody's appreciating some of the tips that you're giving out to make things a little quicker and easier.
I am all about easy. This is something we do for joy in our lives, and if it's hard, I mean, nobody wants to do anything that's really difficult.
Hi, Georgia. Welcome from frozen South Dakota. Giving you a shout out from frozen Kansas City.
Yeah, we're all kind of chilly right now.
Unless you're further down south. The skinny rulers, what are those called?
The skinny, these are
sorry,
seam guide. So comment, make it mine. This is a 9-inch seam guide, and this one is 15 inches. I wrote it down because I can't remember. The 9-inch is $2.99. The 15 is $3.99. Really just get both because sometimes it's, if you're working with small blocks like this, this is easier. Layer cakes.
And definitely tell Carrie if you want it shipped or you're going to pick it up because you got other stuff here at the store. So.
Yep, please let us know whether you want us to ship it.
Yeah, frozen in Minnesota. What's the temperature up there? I'm scared to ask. Yep.
I think this is the longest part, pressing this seam open.
Hi, Sahara.
Is Cheyenne on tonight?
Hi, Cheyenne, if you're on.
So,
Did we see Cheyenne? She's normally sewing with Donna, so.
She sent us some pictures of
Yeah,
some stuff
Donna,
that she
thanks
was
for the
making.
pictures on that. Those were really cool. Cheyenne looked really happy.
Cheyenne is a young sewer.
Yeah, we need those.
And thank you to Donna for passing on that skill, because sometimes sewing skips a generation.
Hi, Penny.
All right, last one, and then we're going to piece this together. But this is a much easier method for doing these quarter square triangles. I use it everywhere I can. It looks so good when you're done.
Cheyenne says hi. Inches of snow. How we feel for you, Jerry?
Yikes.
Minnesota?
Yeah.
Hold on.
So Carla asked a question. What's the rule on how much larger to cut the fabric squares to do this method?
To do this method. So that's a conversation that we could have for a while. Maybe one of these nights when we do our needles and thread episode, because we were talking about doing that for all of you.
Yeah, that would be a great show.
It would be a great show. So you're talking about, so when you look at the rotary cutting on this, it's always, okay, gonna make me wrong. When you're doing half square triangles, usually you're adding 1/8 to your fabric, 1/8 of an inch of fabric. I did 5 inches, and you can see I had maybe 1/4 inch left over. I don't mind wasting that 1/4 inch because to me this makes it go faster, and for me it's the time that is valuable. So again, you're going to want to lay this block out and make sure all your pieces are turned in the right direction, and that looks right. So I'm going to piece this in rows. So I'm just going to start here.
We had some more questions. Really,
Okay.
what's the difference between the 2010 and the Platinum Edition?
It's the same machine, but with the 2010, with the Platinum Edition, you get more feet. And you get the certificate of authenticity and this really cool retro color. And I don't know if you can see, the one of the things I really like about these machines is your feet are all metal. So it's not the snap-on feet. And to me, that's huge because your feet are gonna hold up for the long term.
I was gonna ask Joe, have they done any other really special edition machines over the years? This is kind of
No, this is really the first true special edition we've come out with. It was going to be an anniversary edition for us last year because we would have been 80 years old. We just delayed it till 2020 just because of production, but this is really the first special edition. And I do want to answer the question about the difference between the 2010 and this. It is the accessories. I don't want to mislead anybody. The accessories is what the difference is, and as Joan said, the certificate and the coloring. But I don't want to mislead anybody with the machine. Okay.
you had let's see. Hi, Melanie.
So I'm pressing my seam towards the solid block, not the pieced block. And then just laying it out and making sure I have it right, because sometimes things move on me from here to there. All right, let's piece the last
I
of
think
this.
everybody on the last show was saying that they lay their blocks out first. I mean, make sure they got them all turned the right way.
I tried to figure out how it happens. I haven't figured it out. But something from here, pick it up, put it here, and then somehow my block gets changed.
So Ruth was asking, is that the magnetic seam guide on that right
this,
there?
This is the magnetic seam guide. I do like it a lot. Especially when you're doing these quarter square triangles like this, you don't want to have to trade out your foot. So if you're using the 1/4 inch foot, it has a guide on the foot. But with the magnet, I can just pick it up and put it on something metal or the machine and then keep going.
There are some machines that it does not work on.
There are some that it doesn't.
We've had customers attest to that, so.
Okay, again, I'm going to press my seam towards the solid block.
Virginia wants to know about the iron. She moved up to Washington, I think. How's the weather up there, Virginia?
Yeah, that's right. Looked wrong for a second. Okay. Last step. What did this take? A whole 15 minutes, 20 minutes?
Melanie had a question. Does it come with a tall thread thing? Are you talking about
The thread stand
thread
does come
stand?
come with it. It's built in.
Telescopic.
It is telescopic. There's a bag for this machine too.
Hi, Tammy. Hi, Doris. Hi, Georgia.
I'm just making sure my seams are nested here before I continue feeding on through.
And let us know, are you working on a lot of Valentine's projects right now, or are you moving into some of the spring ones and hope that spring will get here a little quicker if you're in the colder areas?
We're all just wishing for spring.
I paper pieced some Valentines this past weekend.
Oh, fun. Boy, with your embroidery machine, you can put a whole new spin on Valentine's cards. You can embroider them. Comment and let us know what Valentine projects you've been working on.
And Joan put up a free pattern out there for everyone to download for Valentine's Day if you're interested in something to do.
And finished.
What?
Let's give it a quick press. I'm going to press all of these seams in the same direction, in one direction. Since we're using a sashing, it really doesn't matter. Lost some section here. And I got one seam.
Hi, Carol.
There it is.
This is block 2D,
2D.
week 12, correct?
Week 12.
All right. So there it is, done in the books.
In the books.
So remember, if you're wanting to join on, we still have kits for this, or you can definitely just go and download the pattern and, you know, make it yours with your fabrics.
So, yes. And if you want any of those tools, just comment "Make It Mine" in the item name. If you have not shopped with us before, you'll need to go to our website, any of them, and register for Make It Sew. And that'll give us your information. We will email you an invoice with a clickable pay button. And once you pay, we can use PayPal, credit card, whatever. Send it back, we'll ship it out to you. Shipping is $4.99. And we will get these things to you.
Unless you order $75.
Unless you order $75 or
That's
more.
free.
And if you don't want to get all the blocks all at once, we can hold them for you.
You know, we haven't seen the serial quilter on Instagram, so
Uh-oh.
she hasn't stocked us out yet.
Okay.
Maybe she'll show up here in a little bit.
These are your Valentines? Oh, cute.
Let's take
Little
a look.
hearts. Very cool.
Kind of fun. Simple.
Yep. Cool.
Are you gonna put candy in?
In them? No. They're not cards.
Are you shipping them? If you give them to
Are you telling me you want candy for Valentine's Day, Robert?
Sounds
know
like
what kind
it.
of hint that is. I mean,
Boy.
I mean, he
Subtle.
didn't say he wants Reese cups or anything like that.
The little hearts with sayings like,
I'm pretty sure he likes dark chocolate with marshmallow in the middle.
I'm pretty sure he
Oh.
likes dark chocolate. That's for sure.
I know where to get those.
No.
Haven't been over there for a while. Need to make a little road trip.
Other questions specific on the... Hi, Eileen. How are you doing tonight? 55 down there in Georgia. Nice.
Somebody wanted to see the front of the machine.
So that is the front.
Side load bobbin right here. I'm doing this backwards. Uses a size L. There's my bobbin.
The silica bag does come with it, but you can remove that if you'd like.
We
You don't
just
need to leave that
yeah,
on
that's
there.
we just opened this one up, so. And this is our
So sewed
last
on
one.
I just like the way this looks.
I do.
I mean,
It's
it's just
pretty
very sleek and streamlined.
One left. This is it. So
Yeah, we might have one or two in the Springfield store. I'd have to check. So if you're in the Springfield area, or if we overflow and some extra people want them, then I can check our Springfield store and we could just ship it to you out of there as well. So
yep, we might be able to borrow a couple more too. So, but let us know. So we wanted to talk to you a little bit. We were talking about embroidery. So another favorite machine from Juki is their embroidery.
did you want them to give a little on the company a little bit?
I do.
Yeah. Okay. We'll
I
just
mean, I don't
give
want to
them
make
the
this a
floor.
Juki commercial, but I mean, if you'll let me, I will.
Well, I think
Okay.
it's kind of a Juki commercial.
Okay.
right? So-
Yeah, well, I'm really proud to be with the company. I've been with them over 10 years. We're over 80 years old now. Okay, we started in the home sewing machine industry, but we are probably the world's leader in commercial machines now.
Mhm.
That is our main business. But a lot of what we develop commercially, we bring into the home market. Like the Platinum 2020, the 2010, the TL18, they are a cross between a home and commercial. They're like a semi-professional machine. You know, it is the metal bobbin case, things like that. One thing on this machine that I want to point out that the 2010 does not have, because somebody asked that question, we're coming out with a lot of accessories, binders, folders, double fold binders that you attach to the bed of the machine. On the 2010, the screws, where you screw in the screws for the attachments, that's actually threaded into the base of the machine. And if you cross thread those and mess up that threads, it's a little difficult to retap the threads. So we did put a replaceable plate on here.
Oh, that's
So the double fold binders that are coming out, the single fold binders, things like that, now they attach to this plate. But that's something we took right from our commercial machine and brought it into this. Okay.
that's a
Very
good
nice.
idea.
So we're trying to think, and that came from a consumer that asked us because she had that issue. So
Oh.
one of you folks, I mean, I've been you on this broadcast, but somebody wrote into us and said, "Hey, here's an issue I have. What can be done to fix it?" So we did
Hi,
list
Debbie.
them.
So a couple comments. We had the color matches your favorite thread color.
Oh, it does.
You didn't notice.
Wait.
So viewers are quick.
No, I mean, not the bald spot. I mean the hair and the side. It's close. Yeah.
We had another question. What is the telescopic thread? I mean, why does it go up and down?
Well, when you use a stand-up spool, you want to pull that thread up off the spool as high as you can so it doesn't catch. So this way we can get the thread straight off the spool without it wrapping around underneath in the bottom. So you do want this up as far as possible, even if you're using a small spool.
You have other questions out there? Or you wanna, are you using a top stitch or a quilting needle on the block that you're sewing tonight?
You know what? I used the needle that came on it, so I'm guessing
Size
it's
12 universal.
Size 12 universal,
Okay.
which is what I quilt with. What I piece with is a size 12. I usually quilt with a 16 or an 18, but piecing I use a size 12. And it does come with I think there's a pack of needles in it.
Yeah, it should be.
And it
Yep.
works fine with the Schmetz needles if that's
Yep.
what you use, the Oregon needles. It is a standard home needle. It's got a flat side to it, so you know what's the back. But it does thread from left to right. So I did that. I did that the right way. Yeah. It does thread left to right, so the flat side would go to the hand wheel side.
Yep. I always try to think of it as the eye of the needle faces the bobbin.
Yeah, Nina, that's the dry steam one that you.
Yep.
All right.
Other
So any other
questions?
questions on the 2020 before we move on to a couple other machines real quick? Hi, Marilyn. We miss you.
Hi, Marilyn.
We miss you a lot.
Does it have a needle threader?
Yes.
It does.
Another question. So
It does have a needle threader. It's right. I'm doing it the wrong way. Right there.
does it have a needle threader?
Well, I'm still not hitting it.
Donna wanted to know if all the blocks could be two different colors.
Yes. Yes, you could make this a 2-color quilt. I don't know if I would do it 2-color. You might want to do your sashing a different color. Or you could just piece the blocks together. Okay.
All right, be safe, Nina. Hi, Sharon. Hello from Kansas City. You're frozen with us.
Yes, you're freezing with us.
Welcome.
All right, let's jump over and talk about this machine.
Oh, Virginia wanted to know how much the iron was.
This is the Smart Eye.
Here, we're moving along here. Just hang on.
I want to say it's $1,899. So there's a lot of features to this iron that I like. This has fans built into the board, so when I touch this iron, these fans start going and they pull the steam down and away from you, so you can iron multiple layers of fabric at once, which is really nice, because if you have to iron, you're not sewing.
That's
This
horrible.
is better. I know, right? So continuous steam from it. It is a dry steam, so it's not gonna burn you. It's not gonna shrink your blocks. It has been certified to kill COVID, so when you get home, you can
you know, put your mask down and steam it and not
Yeah,
have to
I
worry
think
about
Susan was over taking a steam bath earlier. She's just doing her whole
just
self.
doing a sauna,
Yeah.
the facial. Well, if you're gonna do that, make sure you blow off the steam first, because this does get some condensation in the cord.
We
I
did have a
don't know
question.
if I would do that at all, ever.
I didn't do it on purpose.
Okay. Question.
We had two. One is how many stitches per minute on the 2020?
1,500, and you do have the sliding speed control. So you don't have to just work the foot to get your speed. You can set it almost like a cruise control. But top speed is 1,500.
All right. And Debbie had a question on the iron. What do you feel like the lifespan of the iron is?
Oh, I would say at least 10 years.
Yeah, I would say we had this conversation with a customer the other day. And
Oh, I've purchased several very expensive irons, and actually got to the point where I said, don't buy those expensive irons, just get an inexpensive one, because they're only going to last a couple of years anyway. And so that's what I did for a long time. I would just buy one as if they were disposable, but I can tell you I have one of these at home, and it's not going to wear out like some of the other irons do.
And you don't have to get the ironing board. You can
Yeah.
just get the lift, which
There
is
is
the
a lift
iron
with
that's
it.
portable.
Yeah, it's a portable iron, and
So-
it's just the,
So if you already have a
a-
board you like,
if you actually do iron clothes, there is a Teflon plate, so you can iron silks and other delicate fabrics without doing that. If you like to wear sweaters, you can steam your sweaters too and freshen them up without having to go to the dry cleaners.
yeah, she didn't want me to put them in the washer for some reason. I don't know what that was about.
Can't imagine why.
Well, I can tell you, but I won't.
Hmm.
Okay. Let's talk
Okay.
about-
So we had some other stuff we wanted to show you tonight while we had Joe here.
Well, Juki being the leader in commercial sewing machines, we partnered with Tajima for the embroidery machine. Tajima is the leader of commercial embroidery machines. We figured they do it well. Why should we try to reinvent it?
Hi, Susan.
So it is a commercial machine, but it's compact, and it comes with all the accessories you can think of to get started. So we call this a compact commercial embroidery machine. Not only do you get the hoops, 2 of the 8x12s, 2 of the 4x4s. Hats are big, very big. People like to do hats. We include the cap frames, 2 of those. But you also get a full software digitizing program, which Joan saw today. So you can create your own designs. And we call it a complete compact commercial embroidery system because you don't have to go out and buy the hoops. You don't have to go out and buy the software. It's all included for you. It's 8 needle. Okay, so it's above the 6 needle. Some people ask why we didn't do 10. Well, Tajima has bigger ones. They have 15 needles. But again, this is compact for the home, so we want to make it size-wise for the home user.
Karen,
Kind
hi,
of help me
Joe.
out here. What questions
Hi,
can you
Janet.
think of?
Well, I mean, why would somebody want to have one of these?
I think that's a great question.
Because my wife needs a new pair of shoes, and she wants a new quilting machine. Does anybody care about that? No. Okay, this
can sympathize
You
with
can
that.
sympathize with that. Yeah. No, this really, if you want to start an embroidery business at home, this I strongly would recommend go to this machine. The pulse motors, the belting, it's the same material and technology Tajima uses on their big multi-head machines. This machine is made to work 8 hours a day. It's not a home machine that you're trying to do a business with. It's very consistent speed-wise. Somebody says, well, it's 800 stitches, but other machines are faster. This doesn't drop the speed. It consistently does that stitching all the way through your design. So it finishes quicker because it's not the up and down. But because you're not ramping up, slowing down, it's less wear and tear on the machine. So if you want to start a business, if you're new to multi-needle embroidery machines, it's very easy to know how to use. If you brought a design in that you had, and I have no idea what designs we're looking at here. So, but we could bring in a design. Let's pick that one and just set it on the screen. Oh, I've got the cap hoop on. If you notice that, it says reset because the design is too big for the frame. I can just go back to home. I go back to my frame. So I have the cap frame set. I need to put the bigger frame on for that design.
Is it possible to actually sew over that just so they can hear the, got some questions about how loud it is. You know, embroidery machines are,
Yeah,
can
I mean,
be
if you don't mind me
loud,
sewing over the hat, is it
Yeah.
okay if anybody
That's
doesn't
fine,
mind? We'll
yeah,
just go back to the hat and sew
Yeah.
right over this.
Yeah,
That's
we can
fine.
show you.
Okay, so go back to the hat. What's nice is when you bring in a design, you choose your color that's here. So I'm just going right back to Juki. We did that. We had changed the needle thread assignment on a machine. So right now, it's going to, the first color, we only have one, it's going to be needle number 7. If I don't want needle 7, which happens to be a dark blue, maybe I want to
Let's do
do,
it in the pink.
we'll
and
do number
offset
1.
it just
So
a little bit.
now it's going to stitch. I'm going to move that to stitch up a little bit higher.
Yeah.
Okay. So we just touch one. Now it's going to do that color. That's how easy it was to assign a color to an area. I would just touch set. This is where I would, if I was bringing a design originally step by step, set my frame so I have the right frame set. And what I like on this, if you can see the crosshairs with the camera, those large laser crosshairs,
I can zoom in on it, sir.
zoom in that. That's for your placement of your pattern. So on the screen, there's 9 different points. Might be tough, but now my crosshairs, the top right, or the bottom left, or the center of my design. It makes it very easy to position your design. So I put it on the bottom, I just touch set, and now I can move my machine. If you can hear this, bring the camera closer. I want you to try to hear this. Because there's pulse motors in there, no step motors. You can see how quiet that is in movement. And yes, the speaker's as close as we can get.
Yeah.
Okay, so
And he's moving the hat.
I'm going to try to stitch right over top of that. What I like on this, before I sew, it's going to make me trace the outline to make sure that I'm not outside my hoop. It won't let me do it. It's that smart of a machine. It's not me. It's nothing I did.
How big of an area can we stitch on a hat?
You can do 3 inches by 12, so you can come almost from side to side.
That's something
3
a
by
lot
12.
of them cannot do.
So you could do the I love quilting almost all the way
You
across.
could.
I love quilting all the way around. Do that one more time for us.
I love quilting.
So it fit. We know it fits. The problem I run into all the time, because I don't pay attention, I press start and nothing happens. I keep on pressing start and nothing happens. Or I could just press start. It's a very fast ramp up time. It starts to speed quickly. Oh, ran out of bobbin thread from doing the training earlier. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Okay.
I mean, I think that gives them an
Is it?
idea
Okay.
about the sound. We did have a question. Carla was asking, do you have classes on the machine? This one.
This machine will come with owner's training, so it's not like you're just going to buy it.
Can I come in into it? Can I come in into it? We'll have a lot of fun.
From Joe?
There you go.
So yes, we do have training and we do have classes. We have all kinds of embroidery classes actually. I have a multi-needle that I sew on at home. It's unfortunately not this one, but
Well,
It
you can
could
sew
be.
on it here.
it could be. I do sew on it here. I've actually made some things from this machine, and I don't think I would ever go back to
Hi,
a
Karen.
single needle embroidery machine. That's just my preference. So
Oh, you're kind of a commercial.
well, I wasn't always. I mean, I've had home sewing machines. I haven't always been, strictly commercial machines. I like saving time. And if I don't have to stop and change threads and the machine will do it for me, that just makes sense to me. So it is very, very quiet.
comparatively to the other machines, even when you
It is.
turn it on and it does that initialize, because it's going to move the hoop a little bit, and or even if you don't have a frame, it's going to move the frame a little bit. Very quiet. You don't even hear it, which just my mouth was hanging open when he first turned it on.
I think it's pretty, I mean, it boots up pretty fast too.
It does.
which
It ramps
I
up
thought
the
was
speed
interesting.
very quick.
And so we had a couple other questions about it. How big of a hoop does it have?
The largest size you can do is 12 inches by 8 inches, and 2 of those hoops do come with the machine.
Other questions out there on this one, guys? Okay.
All right.
I think we just got one more stop. Are we doing the DX?
We can.
All right.
Brand new machine.
We have to wheel our way up here, and then we'll do a giveaway.
We are. Oh, yeah. We got to pick our winner. Be sure and say
Me.
hello.
Me.
Yep. Be sure you're registered for the giveaway.
I make comments.
You did make comments.
All the way.
Donna needs that for the memory bears.
The memory bears?
Yeah.
What are memory bears?
Ruth. Ruth was asking, what's the cost on it?
It depends on how it's configured. So you can buy this.
Joe's here.
Yeah.
Yes.
There you
There.
Go ahead.
Joe can do whatever he wants, you know.
I can get in trouble without your help, thank you.
There you go.
Okay.
Hi,
What
Susan.
I'm a big fan of, when you get the machine, get it with the frames, the 2 frames of each size, 4x4, 12x8. Get the cat frames. Right now, if you get those together, they're it's $11,999 instead of the $14,999.
Wow.
And it again, the software's with it. It's a download, and right now we're giving 60 months no interest financing on that.
Oh,
How long
nice.
is that price for?
Right now I'm here, so through the week, if that's fair.
Okay.
You know, just call me if somebody wants to take advantage, and I'll approve it. But yeah, so we can get 60 months no interest right now,
Okay.
Okay.
if that helps anybody.
That helps everybody.
Patsy, we have a little bit.
You can do it on this one too.
We can do it on this one too?
60 months.
Okay.
All right.
There's a
Sounds
lot
good.
of things I like about this machine.
So tell us a little bit about it.
Okay.
Anyone?
I wish I had
What
my
is it?
phone here. It's a DX 4000, the Kokochi, which means in Japanese good feeling. You feel very good sewing on the Kokochi.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I probably pronounced that wrong. I don't know. One of the biggest thing about it, the lighting. You've got LED lights over the needle, 2 LED lights over the 12-inch opening on the machine. Okay, so it's 12 inches, and if you notice the height also, there's 12-inch machines in the market that are only 4 inches high. We kept the height of that, so you have room underneath there. But the screen, this is much bigger than your entire cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
It's much easier to use, and what's nice, if you go to different stitches, it's just a touch screen. You swipe it.
Yeah.
So it's just simply, if you want to do that stitch, you touch it. There's your stitch. If you want to make changes, you actually see the changes you make on the screen.
So you're doing it with the knob.
I'm doing it with a knob because a knob will give you much finer adjustments. See, 2.2, 2.0 instead of going like 2.4 or 2.5. It's much finer adjustments with knobs than it is the little arrows on it. In different stitches, you just touch the screen. Like the zigzag. Let's go to zigzag. Even your width, when you go to change it, you can see all that on the screen. So all my settings are easily on the screen I'm sewing on. If I want to lock stitch when I start, I turn it on.
Is this a 9mm zigzag?
7 millimeters. We stayed at 7 because 9 is just with quilters. That's a little bit too wide in the weight of fabric, and you end up using a 7. So we stayed at 9 or 7. So you have the stitching you can turn off or on. If you want to, you have a control that your presser foot. You can, when you sew and you stop, you can set it to lift with the needle down, so you can just pivot your corners. You don't have to stop, let go of the fabric, and turn. It does have a knee lift still with it. but that pivot feature makes it really nice. Scissors, you can turn those off, Ron, so when you finish, it's going to cut the thread for you.
Automatically? Or?
Automatically.
Well, that's new.
Automatically. You hit the
Yeah.
reverse, it takes the lock stitch and cuts the thread for you.
Guess what I'm going to be sewing on next week?
But, and I see that it's getting close to 7, so I'm going to make this quick. One of the biggest things about this machine is the TL series, like the Platinum, the 2010, the TL18, they have a beautiful straight stitch. And the reason they have such a beautiful straight stitch is the feed dog. Okay, the feed dog are very narrow compared to your 7mm wide zigzag. And the plate on a straight stitch machine, the feed dogs are much closer to the needle hole. So it controls the fabric much better than putting a straight stitch plate on a wide zigzag feed dog. So again, our commercial heritage, it's very common to change feed dogs when you do different stitching. So what we've done here is the only machine on the market that will do that. You simply pop off your plate, and you can see the difference in the plates.
Oh yeah.
Zigzag,
Yep.
straight stitch. Now, you would take your feed dog just to lift up in the front. They pop out. So you want that straight stitch like you have on your TL series. All you do is snap in your feed dog, slide your plate in, snap it down. And now, if you put it all the way down, there we go. You're doing straight stitch with a straight stitch quality like the semi-professional machines. A nice safety feature, right now, I cannot do anything but a straight stitch. It won't let me do a zigzag and damage the machine.
Because it knows the plate.
It knows the plate's on there. But now we have a straight stitch machine, very similar to the TL2 series. Now, this is not as fast. It's 1,050 stitches a minute at top speed.
That's still pretty fast.
But the best for last, you don't have it activated. I'm very disappointed.
I thought we did it.
No, I checked. It's not. It has Wi-Fi. No, you can't watch Netflix. But you can go right to the Juki website, watch videos right on the screen. When you start to sew, it'll pause the videos. So, it's kind of like text and driving. You shouldn't do that. None of us do. I know none of us do that. But here you can't because it pauses the video. And when you come back, it picks up right where you left off. But it's not just Juki videos. They can go to your YouTube site also. So it does have Wi-Fi. Again, not to watch TV on. But you can watch your sewing videos and then go right back to sewing.
Oh, that's so convenient because
Okay.
there's been so many times it's like, okay, where did I leave my manual?
Right.
And
It's
I just
all
need to do this
right
one
there.
thing.
Besides the Wi-Fi, the manual is literally built into the machine.
That's
You don't
nice.
even have to go on Wi-Fi to get to the manual. It's built into the machine
Very
memory.
nice.
Even better. So,
But I told you can do 60 months on that.
Okay, 60 months.
what's the price on this?
Well, it's $5,999.
Okay.
This is a real cool price. I had to get it
You
in
gotta
there.
catch up, everybody.
I had to get it in there. $39.99 and 60 months no interest right now.
All right.
60
Okay, and
months,
through the end of the
$39.99?
week, not today only. It's only going to get colder, so you
Yeah.
might as well get in here the next couple of days so you can sew at minus
Oh,
15. on the
And we
weekend.
can ship it to them too.
Yeah, absolutely.
We can ship this
to
to
your
you.
area. We did have a question on the 8 needle. Can you use magnetic hoops with it?
Yeah, yes, we don't make the large magnetic hoops. We do have a set of magnetic hoops. You can use the aftermarket hoops on that. Absolutely.
Okay, perfect. Do we have any other questions come out on that?
Well, then the
That's it.
last thing is we just need our winner.
We do. We need a winner.
Can I just say thank you? I appreciate you having me
Yes.
here. And folks, thank you for putting up with the Juki commercial tonight.
It's a pleasure having you.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Looks like what's her name?
You can move that camera now, Robert.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. I'll move over here.
Ruth, and I'm not sure how to say her last name.
Latshaw?
Latshaw.
So
Ruth
congratulations.
Shop. Congratulations.
You get
If
the-
you're making this sew along with us, you'll have an easy time cutting out those 3.5-inch squares. So congratulations. Thank you for joining us tonight. Hope
As
you
always,
saw
if you
some-
have any other questions on any of the machines that we showed, you can always call the shop, and we'd be happy to answer your questions or get an answer for you. So, yeah, you're
All
welcome, everyone. Everyone stay safe out there.
Try to stay warm.
Yeah, try to if you're in the cold area.
And if you're not, we're jealous.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
And ladies, how do we send off the show?
Make,
Make
it
it
so.
so.
Thanks for taking some time with us on Tuesday night.
Good night.